Hello and welcome to this edition of Trojan Talk. I'm Neela Cole, and joined with me today is the Troy softball head coach, Eric Newell. Welcome.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
So let's go ahead and get started and jump right into it. We are heading into softball season in just a couple of weeks. How is the team feeling?
We're feeling cold. We're feeling really, really good. You know, it's a process, and this process started back in September, and we had our fall season, and now we've had the girls back on campus for a week and a half, and the weather has been cold, but we are looking forward to playing some countable games, and been working hard, practicing hard, and team's looking good.
Now, speaking of that process, you said it started back in September. So how has the team bonding been so far?
It's been really, really good. I'm really pleased with the culture and just kind of the personality of the team that has taken shape. And give a lot of credit to our senior class. Our senior class has proven to be good leaders, and so they've done a good job of kind of sculpting that culture, so to speak. And so really, I think that's pivotal as having a good team culture as well as a talented team.
And as well with that team culture, would you also say that has so far been the main focus leading up to the first game of the season?
Well, I think the main focus is probably the X's and the O's and the execution and making sure the pitching staff is ready, making sure our batters have seen a lot of live pitching and our defense is getting live reps. So that probably takes priority. But, man, that culture it's intertwined, it's embedded in everything that you do. And so it's almost like probably the pulse of a team. So certainly it serves a big piece of the puzzle.
And that would make sense, especially since the culture comes from each player individually. Which, speaking of players, Taylor McKinney has so far been gaining a lot of recognition so far. What can you tell us about that? Yeah,
I mean, she's a rock star. You know, every award that can be given, it seems like she's had a little piece of so far. And Taylor's a great kid and a senior and did graduate here at semester, so she's taking more classes, and we're thankful that she decided to take a few more classes and play her final year with us. But she's a big-time player and has had a lot of success over the last couple of years, and yeah, we're just looking forward to seeing what she does this spring. Don't want to put too much pressure on her, but she certainly is kind of in the limelight this year on our team.
What about any other players that we can look forward to seeing?
Yeah, you know, excited about some younger, newer players, but we also have a transfer from Ole Miss, and Annie Orman. She's a senior that came to us via the SEC, and have really seen a lot of good things from her. Cassidy Bolts is another good one that is our designated hitter. Had a good year last year, and she's looking to come back for another big year. Natalie Turner comes to mind. She's likely our probable starting shortstop, and one more in Sarah Beth Brake. Our catcher, she kind of holds things down behind the plate and had a big year last year, so we're expecting big things from her again this year.
Now, as much as we're expecting big things from players, we're also expecting big things from the coach as well as from the whole management as well. So looking ahead into the schedule, we already mentioned some changes happening with the first game now not being on February 6th, but starting on February 7th now. Are there any more schedules that have to be rearranged or changed so far?
Well, you know, with an outdoor sport, you know, things happen, and certainly there could be weather delays or postponements or adjustments. But as of right now, yeah, we did have one on February the 6th that has been pushed back to February 7th to kind of accommodate our guests in Tennessee State. But yeah, I mean, right now it's pretty rock solid with what we have down on the schedule and on the online. But with anything, if you are going to come to a game, just double check the website or social media just to make sure there hadn't been any changes.
Most definitely. And again, keep on mentioning we're going into the season. Are there any games that you are anticipating yourself?
Well, you know what? As you look at that, the Sun Belt's always strong, so you're always looking forward to conference play. But we host a couple tournaments, and then we're attending a couple tournaments. And one of the tournaments we're attending, we're going to get to face a couple Big Ten foes in the University of Michigan and Wisconsin. We play them at a neutral site down in Tampa, Florida. So that'll be fun for our team. And anytime you get to play P4 school, that's always exciting. And the next weekend we play in Gainesville, Florida. The University of Florida is traditionally a really, really strong program, and there's a couple preseason top 25 polls that either has them first, second, or third in the nation. So we're super excited about that. You got to be careful what you wish for, but with anything, a challenge is an opportunity. So playing the University of Florida at Florida will be fun.
Exactly. I know that all the opportunity that you guys are going to have is going to definitely be exciting. I'm definitely rooting for you guys from the stands.
Hey, we appreciate that.
Thank you for joining with me today.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. And thank you guys for joining this edition of Trojan Talk.